Hey guys, out here. Just tripped over a pile of brick. I'm gonna do a little shop update. In a USC t-shirt. Please don't judge. So, behind me you can see an unbricked shop. As a matter of fact, there's nothing that's been done. I'm gonna say in the last month and a half. I'm not happy about that in any way. We've had a tremendous amount of trouble matching our brick. I'm saying a lot. That's not good. We're having a tremendous amount of trouble matching our brick because our brick has not been made in 10 years. And when I say our brick, I mean the brick on my house. So let's give you a little view of that right there. You can see, it's got a dark one here and there, red, and some what you'd call whitish tan. The further you back up, you can see it's got a lot of variation, which I don't know, maybe that's the style these days. I didn't buy this house because of the brick. I just bought the house. So I'm on my fourth brick salesman. I think I finally got a winner. I've definitely been dealing with some losers, I can tell you that. The first guy, so I was going to show you a couple of sample walls. The lighting out here is not great, but the sun's going down. We'll try to get this narrowed down. The first guy's a Boral salesman. Boral brick, I mean, they're, I guess, in every state, but he found what he thought was the closest match with what their product offering was. And it's kind of close. It's really just too dark. It just wasn't a match. So the next guy, well, we'll skip the next guy. We'll go to the third guy. The third guy said, well, this is all I've got that'll do. And this is actually pretty close here, but it's just too dark. And this one right here was another sample he offered, and that was just too red. So where are we now? Oh, wait, let's jump back to the second guy. The second guy was a General Shale brick salesman. General Shale, they've got to be the biggest brick company in the nation, right? So we wait on him for a week and a half. I mean, they've got hundreds of, maybe not hundreds. They've got tens and tens of brick to choose from. Tons of styles. So we want to wait on him for like a week and a half. Because he's looking up what a perfect match is going to be that General Shell can offer. And a week and a half goes by. He calls and says, hey, I don't have a match. I don't think we have anything in our catalog that's going to help you. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a tremendous asshole. I'm sorry. If you've got kids watching, I apologize. This video may be fixing to get a little salty because this kind of stuff hurts my feelings when you got somebody that's unwilling to do their job. But, at the time, he was the second salesman we've been working with. So I'm like, well, okay, maybe General Shell doesn't have anything. I gotta have a beer. Then we'll get serious. Maybe General Shell doesn't have anything. Maybe in their vast quantity of catalog, they truly have zero offerings. Okay, so I've just been pissing in the wind. Well, I finally call a brick company. And maybe I should mention their name, maybe not. But anyway, they're not in my area. They're a little south of me. And I get a hold of a brick salesman that's just got a little fire. And I tell him my situation, and he rattles off two samples right off the top of his head. Says, I've sold brick for 27 years. This is what you need. I said, whoa, bud. I've been down this road. I said, you let me look online at your catalogs, and I'll decide if those samples look right. Because I don't want to waste your time or mine. And furthermore, I will look through a list of all your suppliers, because this guy doesn't work for one brick manufacturer. He works for their distributor that they pick from many catalogs. So he had about 11 catalogs to choose from. I went through all of them. Put together like a 15 slide PowerPoint. I know, it sounds exhaustive, it is. And I sent it to him. He calls me and says, hey, I'm fixing to drop samples off at your house today. And I said, okay, what do you got? And he names off those two samples. He said he's going to throw another one in just for variety. All right. So, we talk, and he says, I think these are going to work. I think you're going to like them. I get home, and I'm not going to say it's a perfect match. We're not going to find a perfect match. But this is by far the closest one. He's got two samples. One of them is a little bit darker. Let me see if I can show these. So here's the first sample. Let's see, I'm going to get it out here in the light. You can kind of be the judge. I mean, I don't know if this is a winner yet or not, but let's see. I'm gonna set it right up here. See if I can. I don't want to drop this. I'll spin it around here. So you can see it's got texture. It's a red-bodied brick. Now a lot of this is worn off and the red is showing through. Should happen with this right here. Overall, you start scooting back, and I'm not but about 8 feet away. It's a pretty dang close match. But what about the dark component? It doesn't look like that sample has any of the dark component. Well, he said, hey, Adam, don't worry about that. I can mix. Let's see, where did his other sample go? Here it is. He said, I can mix quantities of brick for you. He said, I'll come out and count the ratio. I'll stand out here with the mason and tell him what I want done. What? Yeah, that's what he said he'd do. So, he brought this one out, which this may even be a closer match as well. I'll set it right here. And you can see it's got the dark component. So we thought, yeah, you know, a combination of that one and that one may get us there. Moral of the story, I mean, what's the kicker here, Adam? What are you babbling on about? Look at that. Can you see that? Is that showing up? Is that showing up? In a week and a half, that jerk-off salesman couldn't come up with anything. In less than 48 hours, a real brick salesman got me 2 potential winners. I mean, these are potential winners. At this point, we've wasted so much time, there's really no reason just to say, send a bunch of brick out here. We're gonna get like 50 brick samples sent out of each, mix them, and have the masons come back out here and build me another sample wall. Folks, you gotta get people to represent you, you know what I mean? You gotta get you an expert you can trust. Until now, I've been dealing with jackleg salesmen that I don't even think they really wanted the job. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But this guy right here is acting like I'm building a new shopping mall with the amount of attention he's putting into this, you know, this little 24 by 30 garage, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? So, out here at the smoker, drinking a beer. Just updated my grill. If you hadn't seen that video yet, it's coming. But I just wanted to give you guys a shop update, let you know what was going on. No brick, no love. Everybody doesn't love Adam. That's okay. We still have a good time. It'll get done. 8 minutes. Let's cut this dude off.